guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 Drugstore Delights under $10. So basically what that is 10 products that I love from the drugstore that are under $10. There's one that's kind of right at the cap, but it's still under 10 bucks. So if I'm going in order, I don't have a favorite drugstore primer. I've tried many different drugstore primers, and I just haven't found one that I personally love. So that, unfortunately, I can't necessarily recommend one. Although, if you have a Walmart near you, check out the Hard Candy face primers. I did like that one, so check that out if you're looking for a drugstore primer. For foundation, I wear a BB cream, and it is the Rimmel BB cream in medium. It's the 9-in-1 Skin Perfecting Super Makeup. It has an SPF of 25. I love this so much. I believe I have a review on it, so if you want to check that out, I will link that down below for you. But I love this. This is great in the summertime as well as all year round. I don't have to use a concealer, so like I don't have to spot conceal, because it does have a little bit fuller coverage than your average BB cream, I guess, which I really like. So yeah, I really enjoy this. So if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend that you do. It's wonderful. Okay, so for eyeshadow primer, I don't have it here to show you, but the e.l.f. $1 eye primer is awesome. I find that it's pretty close to the one that I'm currently using, which is high-end, and it is the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. I find that the e.l.f. one is pretty close to that. So if you're looking for a drugstore primer, that's the e.l.f. one is the one that I would suggest. For eyeshadows, I have a couple different palettes that I always have kind of gone back to. One for everyday and one for those nights where you want to go out with the girls and or a special date night. And they are the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow trios. This one is in Walking on Eggshells. This is a great everyday neutral palette. I love this. The one thing that I will say about this is that something about, it's either the brow bone or the crease color that's just not as pigmented as I would like, but that's my opinion. I still highly suggest these palettes, because these little trios I think are like $5, and they are amazing quality. You will love them. So if you can get your hands on it, I highly suggest Walking on Eggshells for your natural everyday kind of look. And then for going out and such, it's also from Wet n Wild, and it is the trio in Silent Treatment. I highly suggest this just because you can go one of two ways with it. I like to because this crease shade is pretty dark. I don't know if it's coming off on camera very dark, but it is very dark. So what I usually do is I take this plum shade and I'll pair it with another brown that I have in my collection, or something that's not as deep, if you don't like how deep and dark this middle shade is. But I still would highly suggest it, just because it is such a, grab on the go kind of palette. And these are great for travel. So I highly would suggest this palette for your kind of going out look. For eyeliner, I really have enjoyed the NYX, I think it's the Slide On liner. Let's see. Yeah, it's the Slide On Glide On liner in number 15, Brown Perfection. This is wonderful. They are waterproof, which I really do like. They are not twist up, so you do have to sharpen them, but this let me just show you how easy. I'm hoping that the camera's going to pick this up. So I'm hardly applying pressure. There's that little bit right there, but if you press harder, and so there it is a little bit more concentrated. Hopefully the camera is picking it up for you. But I love this liner. I mean, you can see how much I used. This liner used to have a point to it. But I love it so much. And what's nice is you do have a little bit of time to smudge it out, so it's not going to be, if you don't want it to be this deep and dark, you can, you do have a little bit of time to play with it. But if you're one that doesn't like to wear black liner like myself, because I just find it's a little bit too harsh, I would go with a brown. And I honestly, this one, I would highly recommend it. I love this so much. So if you're looking for a drugstore eyeliner, I would go for this one. And then for blush, I have a couple of favorites. And see, this is hardcore because I just tried to take this off with a baby wipe, and look at that, it's still there. So I'm telling you that eyeliner means business. Okay, so for blushes, I have a couple. They're pretty similar, but they're great for fall. This first one is from NYX, and it is the HD blush in Intuition. I love this. It is so stinking gorgeous. I can't even. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it. I will swatch it for you so you can see it. Get this. It's right there. I'm hoping that the camera's picking that up. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it. I don't know if you can tell. It's very subtle, so it's not like, oh, I'm a shimmer stick. So I would highly recommend this just because it's great for fall. It does have a little bit of kind of a glow to it, but not like, oh, I'm a disco ball, which I personally do not like. I can't stand that. So I love this so much. This is one of the new blushes I picked up this year. So I would recommend this one, as well as the e.l.f. blush in Blushing Rose. And again, it's the same kind of tone. It just, so here's the e.l.f. blush. This one is a little bit deeper, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much of a difference. So let's see. So the top one is NYX and the bottom one is e.l.f. So you can kind of compare the two just with as far as color range. But they're pretty close. It's just that the e.l.f. one is just a hair deeper. They do have the same golden kind of shimmer to them, but I really like like this one as well. It's a very close contender with NYX. I kind of think they're one of those blushes that is kind of head to head as far as which one is better. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one is better because I like them both equally. I will tell you that the NYX one I believe is $4 or $5 and the e.l.f. one is $3. So there's a little bit of a price difference, but I love both of these. So you can take your pick on whichever one you would prefer, but just looking at the color range, honestly, it doesn't really make a difference because they are so close in range. So Okay, so for mascara, I have been loving the CoverGirl Supersizer mascara. This one is so awesome. Here's a look at the brush. The idea behind this, hopefully the camera's picking that up. The idea behind this mascara is that, so you see how it's kind of got this weird tip to it. So the idea behind this is that you would apply it one side normally, and then the other side you flip it over. You would like roll it, so like physically roll the brush through your lashes, and it's supposed to give them this amazing curl. I tried it, and personally I just apply it like a normal mascara, and it does what I need it to do for my lashes. My lashes are already long, but they're not curled. They kind of go like, they point down, and so I curl my lashes, of course, and then I apply this, and it's amazing. It gives me volume, length, it separates very well. So I would highly recommend this, just because if you're a girl like me and you like mascaras that give you volume, length, and all that kind of stuff, I highly would suggest this. This just does wonders for my lashes, so I would highly recommend that. Oh, you know what? I forgot one of the blushes. So the other blush that I usually wear in the summer is the Maybelline Master Glaze Cream Blush in, I believe this is Just Pinched Pink. Yes, this is Just Pinched Pink. So there's a look at it in the tube. I'll do a swatch for you next to the other ones. It doesn't have shimmer in it, so if you don't like shimmer, there is that blush. Yeah, it's long wearing. It's very creamy. It's very creamy texture, and I recommend it. Especially for summer. If you don't like wearing actual blush, that one would be a really good one to go to. For lips, I have a couple of different products, and they're actually new. So the NYX High Voltage Lipstick, this is in Flutter Kiss. So there is Flutter Kiss. It's that little bit of neutral, but it's not like stark nude, which I appreciate, because a lot of times with lipsticks that are super nude, they kind of erase your lips. And so what I like about this is it's a little bit deeper, so it's appropriate for fall. Yeah, I highly would recommend it. It's a creamy formula. It's comfortable on the lips. Yeah, it's actually pretty long wearing, actually. I'm surprised at how long it wears for a day. And then the last product that I would recommend is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in, I forget what this one is, Lust. And I actually love the way these glosses are. So I'll just give you a swatch really quick. So what this does is, so here's a look at the applicator, and I love this just because it's again that neutral, but so it goes on shiny, and then if you give it a few seconds, it'll dry matte. So there is the swatch. So that's the color. It's pretty close to, it's a little bit deeper than the NYX lipstick, but I I really actually enjoy the consistency. The thing with matte lipsticks though is that you want to either put chapstick on, which is what I do. You put chapstick on beforehand, or you exfoliate your lips. Just because if you have dry and cracked lips, anything matte will accentuate that. So if you have that frequently, I would not suggest that, but it's a really great formula. It's comfortable on the lips. I enjoy it. It is pretty long wearing. It will rub off a little bit on a cup if you're drinking something. But other than that, and talking and eating, I don't find very much that it rubs off. But I do enjoy it. Those are my 10 Drugstore Delights. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I know that I've been throwing a lot of high-end things at you over the past month just with the holidays, and I just wanted to bring you a drugstore video. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate you guys. You have absolutely no idea. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.